Good afternoon, all. Eid Mubarak to all the Muslims out there. Today's Eid, so we're gonna celebrate a good day, a good day, a good day. The press conference of Yoga Club has just finished, um, and I've got an injury update for you. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Hello, everybody. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily contents.
It's strange, you know. It's strange, like in that video when you see Ian Rush to me as well. I was just doing a video outside Anfield, and he just walked past me, and it was strange. I said, "One of my heroes growing up, man." And I took a picture with him. He was so nice as well. People. He's a very nice person, man. Just like Graham Souness, I took a picture with Graham Souness recently as well, and I spoke to him about Liverpool in general, and he was telling me how much he loves the club. That's his, you know, out of any football club, that's the one love he has, and that's Liverpool Football Club. Although as a manager, Graham Souness wasn't, um, the person we expected. Manager that's going to win a lot of trophies. He's won the FA Cup, but a lot of people blame him for Liverpool being in decline and Manchester United taking over. I don't listen. That team in the 90s was aging. We just need to replace majority of those players. So when you don't do that, things like this season happen, and wrong management coming after that. Like Roy Evans, I love Roy Evans as a group member, but as a manager, he was a nice person. Nice guys always finish last. Yeah, so today we're going to be obviously what the conference of Jurgen Klopp, and I think you can see the injury. Firmino has a muscle injury, so he's going to miss the game tomorrow, unfortunately. Uh, I feel bad for him, but like Bobby, Bobby has gave us his all. It clearly shows that he's been injured a lot. These are, if you look at Bob, one of the fittest players that we always had in the past. He never used to get injured. Now, on a regular basis, all he has to do is run, and he's injured. He run himself to the ground to the point that he can't stay fit anymore. Hence why he's leaving at the end of the season. I'll miss him, man. I've got to be honest. I'm gonna make a actual a video about Bobby as well. So I'll get a few people that actually love the guy on it, and we can all discuss. Have a Bobby appreciation day, something like that, and we all have fun with it. If you know what I mean. Let me go through the comments before I actually do the press conference. Statman Stubb says, "Big up Fuzzy, mate. Hope so. Have a great show. You never walk alone." Redbird, great day as well. He says, "Hi Fuzzy, much appreciated, Redbird, mate, for coming on. You guys, like you, John Conway, Ravi, Phil, Paul, you help us a lot. You know what I mean? That's why we keep enjoying coming back and sharing our experience with you. I love sharing my experience with Liverpool as well. Like I go back from the 80s to the 90s to the noughties to now. So I've been through decades with Liverpool Football Club, and you could ask me any question. If I know about it, I'll actually relay it back to you and let you know what I know about the football club as well. Much appreciated for all the people that tuned in. Please get busy in the live chat if you just come on, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe as well. And okay, we'll move on with the press conference and see what Klopp is saying. I think Klopp is more confident now when I'm watching him. He thinks when I look at him, he seems to understand the team now and what to do with them. So when that clicks, we could win more games if you know what I mean. So let's do the press conference. Let's do this. I haven't heard anything. I've just come back because I had to go and pray. It's Eid day today, so Uh, I'm new to this as well. All I know about is Bobby's injured, and that's about it. So let's see what he's saying during this press conference. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this.
Over Bournemouth. You followed that up with a 2-1 win over Newcastle. 7-0 over United, then obviously was the defeat to Bournemouth. So, what Liverpool can we expect? What Liverpool are you expecting this weekend?
A good one. I understand 100% where you're coming from. Yes, that's a strange, very average season we play so far in general, and having a couple of the highest results in this club's history, which is absolutely strange. And I think, and I said after the Leeds game that I thought the game was the best we played this season, and I know that a lot of people probably thought Leeds was not really up to it, stuff like this, but I was sad as well. I got asked the question after the game, how it's possible to play the two halves were that different. I didn't see that, to be honest. I know it was not as spectacular in the first half, but it was preparing, it was calm, it was convinced and convincing. It was good.
With the Leeds game, I agree with him 100%. I honestly agree with him 100%. I thought that was our best game of the season. What I liked about that game was the control we had throughout it. It wasn't like control once and then next it ain't going to be controlled. It was controlled from minute one. Yes, they had their few opportunities as the game went on, but Liverpool always had that game under control. That's what I liked about it. And secondly, if you look at the second half, we consider the goal so early because of Konate's mistake. And I've always said about Konate, I love the kid. I think he's going to be a fantastic centre back for us in the future as well. But he's not a leader. Even if he gets older, I don't think he has that mentality to be a leader as well. He needs someone that can reassure him and stand next to him with the same attributes, but has more quality in a ball playing sense. Like he could pass the ball, the other centre back, he can command more authority in the pitch as well. That like Virgil van Dijk, but a younger version, if you know what I mean. So he will always need someone like that to guide him through games. That's what I say about Konate. I'm not dishing the kid. I think he's an excellent centre back. He's better than that Bayern Munich one. You saw him yesterday, so the day before yesterday. He wasn't all that, but he's just prone to making errors without guidance. If you know what I mean with Konate, he just needs guidance through games. So yeah, I agree with Klopp 100% with that one. I think we controlled that game, and from the minute one to the last minute, and I think that was our best game of the season. 100% right. I agree with him, 1,000,000% over. So yeah, let's get back to it and yeah, see what he's saying. I'm new to this as you guys are as well.
Against a deep defending side, you cannot create, especially in our situation, you cannot create just second after second after second. You need to work for your moments, and that's what we did in the first half. And we're anyway up 2-0, which is absolutely fantastic result for half time. And second half, yes, then it was even we stepped up, but that's how it is. It was for Leeds then really difficult to deal with us, and the goals we scored were absolutely exceptional. So it was a very stable performance, which is very important, and that's where we have to build on. I cannot sit here and now guarantee any kind of results or whatever. But I said it before, weeks ago, months ago, we have to guarantee performance levels, and that's definitely what we have to do now. And knowing that in this game again, we used was not like this. We had more shots, more finishes, but not on target that many. So close next to post or whatever, these kind of things where we, which I consider as chances as well. But afterwards, it looks like we had 7 chances and scored 6 times. That was not the case. So, but we have to be ready for not scoring early. We have to be ready for.
Do you guys know, like, the last game we've won was Man United, and I think it's been like 5 games in between in all competitions. That's crazy. I didn't think that. I thought like probably all I know about Liverpool is we win after 1 or 2 games, But 5 games. Man United was our last win before Leeds. So the last win was 7-0, and the win after that is 6-1. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
All the difficulties which you can face in a football game, and then overcome it, and still stay and stick to the plan and stick to the way we want to play. And that was I liked the most in that game. I saw our plan the whole game, and that's what we have to do again.
Obviously, the levels at home this season have still been pretty consistent, certainly in terms of results, and 4 out of the next 5 games are at home. So what opportunity do you feel does that give you to at least ask the question of those above you, can you hang on to what you've got?
Don't know. And when you are in a super moment in the season, the only game you have to be worried about and you have to think about is the next one. If you are in not a good situation, the only game you have to think about is the next game. There's no alternative to that. And that's exactly what we do. I couldn't care less where we play after tomorrow, to be honest. It's just about the game tomorrow. It's about Nottingham Forest. It's about showing all the respect we have for them. With Steve Cooper, they're in a difficult situation. They will fight for their lives. Definitely, they will. Each point they can grab will be massive, and if they can get 3, it will be super massive, and that's that's the team I expect. That's definitely the opposite of a friendly game, and that's what we have to be prepared for. But it's Anfield, and we have to use that as well. That's true. But one game. If you take it game by game, there's no other chance to.
Obviously, if the results go our way, we'll go 6. Basically, we'll be the same points as Aston Villa. If they lose and Brighton don't win, it's not bad. Thinking about it, like I've said, I'm a bit hesitant of the finishing top 4 this season. But if we hit form in the right time, and we win the rest of our games, it's not difficult. So we'll be on 50 points, and Newcastle and Tottenham are facing each other. So the next team could be like 6 points ahead of us or 3 points ahead of us. You know what I mean? So we could actually catch up. I mean, we got a game in hand on Tottenham. Yeah, I think it'll be brilliant. I honestly think it'll be if we get this top 4 this season. A lot of people said the other one was a better achievement, playing Reece Williams and Nat Phillips at the back. I think this is a better achievement because majority of the season we haven't done anything. We've been like 10th or 8th majority of the season. So if we step it up and finish 4th, I think that's the best achievement of a season for a while. I think since we won the Premier League, in my opinion. So yeah. So let's continue with the press conference. That's not bad. 50 points. Aston Villa is on 50 points. We've got a game in hand on them as well. Yeah, we'll go 6. If results go our way, let's do this, isn't it?
Do it, and then we will see. Whatever we can do in the season is
big up, Aziz. Big up for
the only thing what
much
gives
appreciated
us
for coming
any
on.
kind of chance is winning an awful lot of games. If you don't do that, we don't have to really talk. And I don't like that always talking about we win 1 game, then I have to talk about what would it mean if we win the next 4. That makes no sense. All our focus on Nottingham.
I just wanted to touch again on Trent's switch of position, or hybrid position, because it's obviously been met with quite a positive reaction. I just wonder now, Jürgen, is it too early to say whether that's the role for him moving forward, or is that his long-term progression now?
We will see that. Trent is on each position he played for us was always a super important player. This now slightly advanced role suits him in the moment really well. That's good. It's a challenge for everybody else to cover the spaces.
With Trent, people, I don't object on his position. Obviously, I need a right back, and if we have the right personnel, he could revert back to his old position. But what the most important thing over here is we've got an option now. If we're struggling during the season, instead of keep playing 4-3-3, we could tell Trent, go inside and create from there, and Konate is going to take the winger on. That's brilliant. That is absolutely outstanding. Like, we have different options, because a lot of people I speak to, they say Klopp only plays one way and he doesn't know any other way. I believe that's wrong, because I think Klopp is a quality manager. But if he hasn't got the personnel with technical players, with hard-working players, with players that could do other kind of jobs. This is what we're going to have to do with like playing 4-3-3. We haven't got many technical players. The only technical player we've got is Thiago. That's the only one. Beyond that, there's nothing. So if in the summer, if we could mix it up, get technical players as well as hard-working players, I think we could challenge for the league again, man. I know I keep saying that. I think we could do it. Because look at Arsenal, from 5th to challenging for a title. Us, we've been challenging in the last 7 years. Although we only won 1, but at least we was there. You know what I mean? Listen, it's not that difficult. Get the right personnel who fit the system, and we'll be fine after that. 100%. Let's get back.
When we lose the ball, theoretically, but that with him there, we didn't lose that many balls, which was helpful as well. And yeah, that's it pretty much. But it's not written in stone or whatever. Why should we? He can play in different ways, and how he played the last 2 games was really, really good. That's true.
Thank you. Any fitness concerns for the weekend, Diego?
Yeah, unfortunately, Bobby picked up a muscle issue a little bit. We will see how long that takes. It's not too serious, but
that, you know what I mean? Bobby's
yeah,
like, this is his last
definitely
season,
out for,
and he's not going to play
tomorrow and
many games.
Next week we have 2 more games. I would say they are impossible as well, and then we will see. And we have to take it day by day.
That's actually ruined my next question, because I was going to ask you about having all 6 of your front 6 available and how you pick between them, but it's 5 now. How do you still pick between those 5? Is it about looking at the player's form, about targeting the opposition in certain ways? How will you decide?
The ticket into this team must be and will be definitely again counter-pressing. So that's how everything started. I wouldn't say we lost it a little bit out of eyesight, no, but we have so many games from us where I didn't like that, and that's a pretty strict thing. That doesn't mean all 5 now.
The most important thing for Liverpool Football Club in the coming season as well is to get players that can create chances for the strikers as well. Creativity from the fullback position can actually cost you a season, which we are having right now. We're relying on Robertson and Trent to create chances on a regular basis. So if that avenue gets blocked off, where's the next option? Henderson ain't going to create any chances. Jones ain't going to create any chances. Thiago might, but he has to be available in order for him to do that. So you got Fabinho in the middle. He ain't going to create any chances either. So without the 2 fullbacks, there's got to be other options, people. We need more. We need more from the midfield, as well as like taking shots from the outside the box as well. How many times does our team take shots from outside the box and get goals? I swear to you, I can't count it with one hand. That's how bad it is this season. And we're at the end now. Think about that, people. Like other teams, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, they score from outside the box. Liverpool, very, very rare, and that's not acceptable in my opinion, because footballers don't have to always walk the ball in. We need more than that. So let's get back to it.
Available, and especially with Bobby, our 6 can do that pretty well. But if you do it in the game you play, you have a good chance to start again. So that's it. So but we have opportunities to change, of course, and we will see how we do that. And now we have to change in the next few 2 weeks. We have 5 games. So yes, there will be changes, and that's good. Hopefully we can have at least these 5 then, or maybe from a moment on 6
John
again. That would be absolutely great. And but everybody will play. Everybody's super important to us. But again, the ticket will be the desire to win the ball back after we lost it, because that always we had so many times where we.
Big up, Uncle Rods, man. Big up, bro. Soon we're gonna collab, mate. 100%, man. Big up, bro. Like and subscribe. Listen to Mr. Rods, man. He's a wise man. Much appreciated for coming on, brother. People, if you don't know, this is my wife. So support her. She does the Instagram, and she does the Twitter, LFC, all the LFC Red Forever, and Facebook, sorry. Yeah, so she does all 3. So support her if you can on the social medias as well. Yeah, thank you for coming on. Rio, sorry, how do you say that? Reroll Master says, "Are we gonna get a new owner soon?" Um, bro, miss, I don't know. I don't know. I wish I can tell you because I had that hope that we're gonna get it, but you know, FSG do what FSG normally do. They always disappoint us. There must be something in place for them to, you know, revert back to not actually selling the club. So um, hopefully they have a plan in place. Because if they don't have a plan in place in this summer, I think a lot of people that actually support them will turn on them. So they have to be careful what their next step is. Is either new ownership, get investors in, or invest out of your own pocket. You can't do all three. Bye bye. Even the people that support you are gonna get you out the door. Think about that. Think about that. Yeah, so that's how I see it. With Liverpool, the formation wise, what we need to do is keep possession. If you look at the Leeds game, if you look at the Man United game, why didn't they like have more influence in the game? Because we kept possession. When the passes go astray, that's how they create chances. If you look at the first few minutes, how did Leeds create chances? Because Jota and some of the players were just giving the ball away freely, and that's unacceptable. Yeah, we've got to work on that, keeping possession and making sure that the other team is always on the back foot. They're going back towards their own goal instead of like coming to our goal. That's how I see it. Keeping possession actually helps for us to create chances and keep away from our goal, and you know, goals going in. That's what we need to work on, in my opinion. So let's get back to the press conference.
Where that made a difference in football games, and especially against deep defending sides. It's super important. Otherwise, you constantly have to defend counter-attacks, and that's what is one of the most difficult things in football, because the space is really big, and sometimes better timing of the opponent. All of a sudden, the speed is not a decisive thing anymore of the defender. It's just a moment, and then they are gone. And it's a 1-1 situation with Ali. So we have to do that, and that's a big part of decision making for all positions.
You mentioned it with Vinny before, talking about Nottingham Forest form and what you would expect from them. Do you often see a change in teams who have struggled at this sort of stage of a season when they are absolutely desperate for points? Are you facing a different beast than maybe the team that's only won one of their last 14?
No, so we had now our analyst meeting already, prepared everything. So it's
sorry guys.
Rather pragmatic style now. It's now clear.
Apologies, I don't know why it froze.
Early set pieces, taking them there. I know Steve can play, has the ability as a coach, as a manager to play different ways, but obviously probably confidence is not on the highest level after the recent run of results, and so going there, becoming more pragmatic, it makes absolutely sense, and that's the team we have to expect. But it all starts with winning challenges, and that's what everybody can do, and that's what they will try to do definitely. And then they have speed up front.
How do I see Nottingham Forest come to Liverpool? Guys, I watched them against Man United the other day. They're too open, you know what I mean? They're very much open, and they're easy to get at as well. So I'm expecting us to create a lot of chances against them and score a few goals. I said 4-0. I will stick by that. And if more comes, that's a bonus. You know what I mean? In our goal difference, we need a lot of goals, and I'm expecting us to, get a lot of goals. This season at home, we've been like one of the best teams. We've only lost one game against Leeds, but majority of them we won. I think we had 1 or 2 draws along the way, but yeah, majority we've won our games at home. I expect a continuation. I don't expect Nottingham Forest to come over here and give us problems either. So Liverpool have to be intelligent in this game, get the goals, let Nottingham Forest commit themselves, and we get behind them, get more goals. That's how I see it. So yeah, let's get back to Mr. Jurgen Klopp.
Technique in midfield, experience in the last line, so there's everything there actually. So I can't explain 100% why it didn't work out that well now. They had a super spell late last year, early this year, and then from a moment on it didn't work out for them anymore as well. But not all performances were not worth a point, or 3 points. Sometimes you have to be lucky, but the quality they have is clear. And if we wouldn't respect what we do, definitely, if we wouldn't respect that quality, we would be already on the wrong side, and because up front, David Gibbs-White, Johnson, Taiwo, they all can cause you massive problems, and they have, obviously it's a big squad, they have much more options as well, so we will see who Steve will line up, but we accept a really tough game.
Thank you.
Hey, Mo Salah, if he scores another goal, when he scores another goal, will join Robbie Fowler as 6th on the list of Liverpool's all-time scorers. He's broken so many records this season, and you said before you felt it was an average season, it's been a challenging season. What does that say about him that he's continued to break those records?
Yeah, I think that's no doubt. I think the really, but I know, so like when I worked together with him for so long and was always stood more or less next to him when he broke the next record. But last week when I heard the most left-footed goals in the Premier League history, I have to say that's insane.
You know, with Mo Salah, people, I love the guy. Sometimes people misunderstand how I talk about players. They think like I don't like them. I love the guy. Listen, the way he came, the way he changed Liverpool, especially the way he changed the Premier League to the wing, like to the wings, like a guy getting over 20 goals a season from the wing, not as a striker, as a number 9, but as a winger, number 11. It's nothing short but remarkable. The most important thing for Mo Salah in the future is once he retires, they will talk about him. And they will always mention his name when they mention the greatest Premier League players. If they mention the starting lineup, he'll be in there. If they mention the best winger, he'll be in there. He will always be in the conversation. That's the most important thing for his career. But what I've known about Salah, without the team, he's nothing. So he needs the team to create the chances for him to score those type of goals. He's not like a Steven Gerrard, a person that takes the game by the scruff of the neck and then, changes games. He's not that type of player. He's a team player. He needs, creativity from Trent, Robertson, and all other places, for him to score those goals. That's the difference between him and, previous Liverpool players. But listen, I love Salah. I've got no issues with him. But I'm always about the team. I'm never about individuals, if you know what I mean. At the end of the day, you're here to support Liverpool Football Club. Players come and go. Liverpool's still going to be here when the players go. You know what I mean? So think about it that way. Comments. Sorry, guys. I know, I'm looking at a lot of stuff. Edmund says, all good here as long as we get a win. Redbirds, I'm going for a 3-1 for us tomorrow. I think we're going to win 4-0, but I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. As he says, yes, no more dropping points. Bit late, but better late than never. LOL. 100%. Aziz. Redbird, Irmina, what's your fave current Liverpool player? I don't know. I'm a husband. I don't even know. Hi, Irmina from John. Rero says, would you say Valverde will be a better option than Jude Bellingham? You know what, bro? I honestly like Valverde. He looks like a typical Liverpool player, like a deep running, powerful runner with the ball. He reminds me of De Bruyne, but a bit wider. You know what I mean? If you look at Valverde, he's similar to De Bruyne skill set and all that stuff. But he plays that wide a bit. So, yeah, I like him. But, I'm not all about the Jude Bellingham train. But I understand where Liverpool are coming from with Jude Bellingham. I'm more, with the Liverpool side of that. I think Jude Bellingham will benefit our team. I think he'll be, running that midfield. He looks like a future captain as well. And, I'll stick with Jude Bellingham for now. But Valverde, I like him. I really like him, I really like him. John says 4-0. Yes, same as me, John. Yes, I agree. So let's get back to it.
When I see the names below, Fowler, Van Persie, Giggs, stuff like this, Premier League greats, absolutely. So that's massive. So that's massive. And how it always is in life. As long as you are together, you appreciate some things, maybe not as much as you should. We do. But, saying that, surpassing Robbie in another stat. I know that Mo likes these kind of things and will fill his tank definitely for the game, but in the end he's not only, I don't know the numbers about his assists, but that's pretty good as well. So he doesn't forget that it's important or really nice to break a record, but much more important that we win the game, and for that you sometimes rather pass the ball than shoot yourself.
Carl? Just go back to Trent and his position. How much time have you had to work on that with him, and what does it say about him as a footballer that he's putting in those performances in the last 2 games?
Yeah, a week, but it's not. How I said it after I said it. It's not the first time that we play it like that. We have a lot of situations where it's slightly different, but it's not as different as we had it in some other games where Trent wasn't all the time his right back position or higher up or these kind of things. So we had a week. So that's absolutely okay when the Trent is a smart player, but it's much more about how we set it up around than the Trent can play the position. We were never in doubt, but you have to set it up around that then, because there are moments when he's again, when we lose the ball, we have a different formation. Where's Robbo in these moments? Where are Virgil and Ibu in these moments? So these kind of things. How do we get him on the ball? So because that's obviously important, and we sit here and talk about it, and maybe we do it like this tomorrow.
You know, like my mate Anton yesterday said, the difference between John Stones and Trent Alexander-Arnold in that position. Trent Alexander-Arnold can actually pass the ball. You know what I mean? He can see eye over needle kind of passes to create chances for the strikers. You know what I mean? So he makes that position look more sexy than actual John Stones, who's actually we're copying. If you know what I mean? Like if you look at who Liverpool are basing their game off, it's John Stones at Man City. But John Stones is a centre back playing in that position. You're not going to get a long ball over the top for the strikers from John Stones, are you? But with Trent, you're going to get everything. So, although Man City invented that role, as they say, Pep Guardiola, I think Liverpool just took it to that next level, and it's looking great at the moment. Let me get back to the comments, then I get back to Mr. Klopp talking again. Redbird says Salah will break another record tomorrow. Redbird and John Conway says, Fozzie, will you be doing a watch along for tomorrow? So for the game tomorrow? Nah, bro. I've got work. I've got to get back to normality just for tomorrow. But I'll do a review and I'll get some people on here so we could discuss the game around 10 o'clock for an hour show. So please tune into that one. I appreciate it. Like you guys supporting us as well, man. Redbird says Salah will end up. Yeah, Salah will end up being the record breaker. He's broke the many. Yeah, listen, Redwood. I'm shocked, bro. For a winger, he's not even a striker, man. He doesn't go hang. He plays that wide, and he's scoring that many goals. Even Cristiano Ronaldo didn't do that for Man United back in the day. And Cristiano Ronaldo is probably one of the greatest players of all time, top 5 of all time. And Salah will be in the all-time 11, and Cristiano Ronaldo is not going to be in the all-time 11 in the Premier League team. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Let's get back.
Or not, we will see. But if Trent shows up there, maybe gets a man marker, that's possible, obviously, and then you don't get on ball, then we have to deal with that, these kind of things. So it's now not the solution for all the football problems we had this year. But he has potential to play that position. That was always clear. But especially in the way we do it now, with defending on the right back and offensively being there, that's absolutely fine. And we will see where it leads to.
Another positional question for me. Darwin's been here most of the whole season, and he's got a decent goal return. I'm just wondering, he's not been in the team starting recently, but is he still trying to find a role within that front three? Because he's done left, he's done sort of centre, sort of.
But Darwin is a player with a different skill set to all our other players. So that's good. That's good. He's a real handful. He's a machine. And he will score a lot of goals. He scored already a decent number of goals, so that's all fine. But yes, of course, he's still adapting. His English is still not great, if existing at all. We are working on that massively. So it's not helpful to go through a difficult debut.
Listen, with Darwin, like, people need to take it easy on him. Like the manager said, he's coming from a different country. He doesn't speak the English language. If you haven't experienced that with players, like as a footballer yourself, or haven't seen it, you won't understand. You think like football. If you speak the same language, which is football, it'll be easier for you. But it ain't. You know what I mean? You're telling the guy to run over there, he'll run the other direction. You know what I mean? It's that's how it is now with Darwin Nunes. Until he understands the language and bonds something with the team, he'll experience like some difficulties on the pitch. I said that a lot of times. His hold up play is improved. His passing ability is improved. His finishing, he still has to work on it. I don't know what's happened to him because I thought he was clinical before he came to Liverpool, and his all-round play is coming together. If you know what I mean. So look at him from the beginning of the season and look at him now. How it's changed. Even the doubters are becoming believers, as Klopp says. You know what I mean? I'm using that little thing. Yeah. So yeah, let's get back to Klopp.
Season for the whole team, which makes it then for a striker. How can a striker shine when the whole team is struggling? So that's not possible. But he had super moments for us, absolutely. But was injured in some moments and suspended in other moments, and that's then it's helpful. But it's no problem at all. This is a long-term project, and I understand that he wants to play desperately from the beginning and stuff like this. That's all fine. But we have to find for us a way that it works really for us again, and then we have to fit in the players that we really can use the specific strengths as well. And I'm completely fine with the situation. So, but I understand that Darwin is not always fine, but it's not that he smiles in my face when he realized that he will not start. It's not like this. Oh, thank you, boss. Anyway, I had no time. So that's not like that, but it's absolutely fine. It's that's how we have to deal with the situation. When you have 5-6 players available up front, I have to make decisions. That's good. That's good. That's how it should be, and then we will see. And the boys, the door is miles open. But the more sessions we have, the more sessions you have to show up. And he came on and was exceptional. To be honest, it was exceptional. Not only the goal he scored before that as well. It was absolutely exceptional. It was exactly the right way. And everybody who came on was like on fire, and that's what we need. And then, how I said, we have now 5 games in 2 weeks, and Darwin will start games definitely.
Just to follow up on that, in the long term, do you see him in a centre forward position rather than on the left, or do you see him as an option across the front line?
He's a centre forward who plays on the left when he plays on the left, so that's how it is. But we need definitely it needs a specific setup that he can play and defend in the centre. So that's how it is. Playing in the centre is not a problem. There's a machine, but then we have to make sure that we understand as a team. And again, we were not stable for a long spell in that season. So that's how it is. And then you have all of a sudden the boys on top of all the problems we had. You have to adapt to a different defending striker up front.
There you go. It came out the horse's mouth. No, it's not horse, but Klopp's mouth. He said it. He's a striker that's got all the attributes, but he needs to work on his defensive side, hence why he's playing on the left-hand side. So eventually, from what I've gathered, what Klopp is saying, he's going to play as a centre forward, but a centre forward that drops deep and, defends for the team. Like what they say, the defending starts from the top, innit? So if you look at our 80s team, when Ian Rush was the striker, people loved him because he defended from the team from the front. For the team from the front. And if you look back in history, that's how it used to be with Liverpool Football Club when they used to win all those trophies, like the Champions League on a regular basis, the Premier League, or the Division 1 on a regular basis. The defense has to start from the front. So this is what they're working on with Darwin Nunes. And as soon as the language and everything comes together, he's going to be a force to reckon with. I'm telling you right now, people, watch this space, man. You could actually record this and then get back to me in the future and say to me, Fozzie, you was right all along. I believe in him, man. He's a beast, man. Look at the pace and power he's got, man. Let's get back.
As well, so that's how it is. If football would be that easy, you just put the 11 players with the most potential together on a pitch and then hope that it works out. And you don't need me or other managers. So it's really about tuning it. Fine tuning, and that's what we are still doing, obviously. And this season, we don't know where this season will end up, but after this season, there's another season. And I'm already but that's already in my mind as well. So like we have to build on what we do now and what we learn now. We learned a lot which we didn't want to learn, and now we have maybe the opportunity to learn a few things we really can use. And
I know a lot of us are frustrated, including myself, with the season, but it's a transition season. It's a transition season. Let's just accept it as it is. I mean, the season is too far down to be, angry and upset with everything. It's a transition season, and we have to accept it now. I mean, we're 30 games already this season, so 8 more games, the season is over. It was always going to be difficult. I mean, with the ownership that we got. I know I keep going back to that, but just accept it as a transition season and to integrate these new players. So next season it'll be easier for us once we get those midfielders in, and we'll be more competitive than this season. You know what I mean? The most important thing here is once those new players come in, and if these current players stay in, so stay at Liverpool, there's competition for places. Once there's competition for places, everybody ups their game. That's how I see it when I'm looking at the season coming, the new season coming. So yeah, listen, just accept it for where it is. I've had to do that. I've been upset majority of the season, but I've realized we can't do what other clubs do. We're not gonna keep getting money and then splashing the cash. But fortunately, we've got a manager like Klopp that can do something from nothing. And he's been doing that in the last 7 years. So trust in the guy, man. He got you what you wanted, right? So trust in him. Have that belief. Don't ever give up. Because how many times in the past have we said, let that manager go, and we regret it afterwards? Let that player go. I remember a lot of people were saying, let one of them go. He left. Now do you see the detriment to the midfield? What influence he had. Those quiet players that do 7 out of 10 every game they play are the most important ones in the team, because once they go missing, the team ain't the same anymore. We used to have a player called Ronnie Whelan, an Irish player, in the 80s. Once he got out of the team, you can see there's a big gap missing there. People used to ask, like, what does he actually do in the team? He's not even a good player. Get him out of the team goes out there, we don't win any games. We lose games. There you go, man. Think about it. Those quiet players, 7 out of 10 every game, Milners, Wijnaldums, are the most important players in the team, man. What Wijnaldum used to do is keep possession. So when you keep possession, the other team doesn't create a chance. So if they don't create a chance, there's no goals going in, if you know what I mean. So think about it that way. He used to defend for the team. If someone bypasses Fabinho, he used to go behind Fabinho and cover him, so the goals won't go in. So there's a lot of things you got to look at. When you watch the team, just look at it from a bigger picture. I know we have a certain favorite positions. Everybody wants to be a midfielder who plays out wide, or a striker, or number 10. But look at the whole team. Just look at it as a whole, and then you'll understand how these players, impact the team. And when they get at that, space in the team, it's a big miss. It's a big gap, and it's a big miss. Yeah. So let's get back to the actual press conference. When at the end, we've got a couple of minutes to go. Then I'll do the formation, and I'm going to celebrate the Eid. Yeah. All right.
That's how I see it, and that means everything's fine. He can play absolutely both positions 100%, and both positions really well, and did that for us already. And I said, I'm completely fine with it. He has to learn English. That's how it is, because of all that we can translate everything, but in training sessions we cannot have 4 languages and translate it. And I think it's football language, so that will help him massively. And yeah, that's it.
Last one here for the embargo.
Okay, again. Harvey Elliott has not featured in the last couple of weeks after being almost ever present. Is there anything wrong with him, or is he just delisted?
He's training exceptional. Fabio Carvalho is training exceptional, to be honest. All the boys. That's the hardest part. Never had it the whole season. Now we have it, and all of a sudden I leave 5 players at home, and they're all of them all of a sudden.
You know what? It's good, isn't it? It's good when you have the strength and depth. It's good when you got players coming back from injury, and you can't play everyone. I mean, I know a lot of people are upset about how Harvey Elliott's been playing. I feel sorry for the kid because he's a winger that's going to be transitioned into a midfielder. In that midfield, from experience, it's a lot of work for players. A lot. Running up and down that pitch on a consistent basis, defending, attacking, protecting the front, the back four, protecting the strikers, protecting the wingers. So there's a lot of things you have to do to play in that midfield free. And poor Harvey Elliott, he's never experienced it in his life. He's more of a flair player, cuts in from the right hand side, puts it in the top corner. That's the kind of player he is, or creates a chance from the right hand side. It would take a long, long time for him to get to understand that position. That's why he's not playing the way we want him to play. But have faith in it. Have faith. He's still young and he's got a bright future ahead of him. Technically, he's good, but positioning and having that energy to run up and down the pitch, he's struggling with. But with time, I think he'll be all right. I honestly think that because the kid's like everything. Liverpool means everything to him, so he will be willing to do everything he can in his power to improve. Compared to Carvalho, you leave him at one game, he starts getting upset, throwing the dummy at the pram, and it shouldn't be like that. If a manager is telling you need to do better, work on that issues you have and improve. Then you could make your way back to the first team. And then when you have that spot in the first team, make sure nobody's going to push you away from that position. That's how you got to go, man. That's how you got to go.
Arnold even in the squad, crazy. Nat, Reese, crazy. Maybe so. Harvey has to be. It's very, very close, absolutely close to start again. And Fabio has to say for the situation in which he's now, with training on an absolute super level and not being involved, how he deals with it, I have to say that's kind of a role model. Not that he is happy with the situation, but he never gives up. I have to say it's unbelievable. I think. I don't think it was probably his best skill before he arrived here, because he was this super talent, what he still is. But yeah, the character he shows here is exceptional.
Listen, people, don't give up on Harvey Elliott. I honestly think he's going to improve. Like, what did they say? When a team is confident and winning, other players, they contribute even better. So at the moment, he's experiencing difficulties. The team is facing difficulties. We're not winning the games we're supposed to win this season. So when the confidence gets back next season, hopefully, the likes of Harvey Elliott, when we're in top form, I think their levels will be going up as well. So have hope for him, man. I know a lot of people have given up, but have hope, man. A confident team can breed confidence on players that's down as well in the future. Let's get back.
You want to embargo?
Yeah, so it's done. It's done. I enjoyed that from Klopp. Like I said, Bobby is not going to be fit. He's at the age now. He's not going to be fit in every game he plays, and it's going to be tough for him to get back to the form that he used to have. Once he reaches a certain age, your body's not the same anymore, and unfortunately, that's what's happened to Bobby. He comes back, then he's injured again. Sorry about. I don't know what's going on. My screen starts to freeze again. Hopefully, I'll get back in a second. Come on. Get your way back. Get your way. There you go. Let me get rid of that stuff though. Yeah. So that's what's happening with Bobby at the moment. He's at the age. Every little knock will be painful, and it's going to be hard for him to get back to where he was. A few seasons ago. So now we do the formation, and then I am done. What do I think? What do I think Liverpool should play? Looking at it, it should be more or less the same team as we had before. So Alisson in goal, of course. I want Alisson in goal, and then Trent. I don't think he needs to do that inverted thing, like playing here. He could play in his normal position now because we're the home team. We've got a good record. We could play the 4-3-3 as we normally do. I haven't heard any more injuries, so I'm hoping everybody is okay, like Alisson and Konate. Robertson back as a left back. Henderson back on the right side. Um, he's going to play Jones, in it. Jones has been playing all right, so I'm assuming he's going to play him again. And then you got Gakpo, Jota, and Salah. So this is what I see. This is the formation Liverpool is going to play tomorrow. Like winning breeds confidence in it. So don't change a lot. If your team is winning, stick with them. We haven't run these players to the ground this season, from what I've seen. So I'm hoping that Klopp sticks with it. Let them let's score 6, man. So let them score more. I mean, let them score more. Control that midfield. Make sure the likes of Fabinho doesn't go further, up to here. Just protect the back four. He doesn't have to go there now. Just create from here. Just run up and down that bit. Create from there. And Jones, just keep improving. What I like about Jones, like I said yesterday in the stream with the rest of the panel, what I like about Jones now, he's making the game simple. He's not making it complicated for himself anymore. That's why a lot of people are having to go at him. He's trying to do too much too soon. So work on the simple side first, and then the other stuff, the difficult stuff that you're doing, will get better. If you know what I mean. That's how I see it when I look at players. Work simply, pass the ball side to side, pass the ball forward, pass the ball back. You don't have to keep using your body like he did in the past and get pushed over and then lose the ball and then score a goal. Just keep it simple. Make sure you and that ball are friends. Go there, feed these strikers. If you have to, go back, pass it back. You know what I mean? Things like that. You could do things like that on a regular basis. Just keep the ball with you, man, and make it easy. Pass it, pass it, pass it. And I think the game will come together once that confidence is there with you. That's how I see it with Jones. I don't think we could loan him anymore. He's going to be 23 soon. So he's at the age he has to be a first team player. A lot of people are critical of Henderson still. I thought he's been all right. He's been one of our best players recently because he's running about again like he used to. I think he's been freed. Something was holding him back during the season. Hence why he hasn't been doing what he normally does. But now I see him covering everyone, running up and down and doing the old stuff that he used to do. That's why we're winning and drawing games now. Like the games we're supposed to be losing, we're drawing or winning now. So them three in here are important. I mean, they have to be a unit. They can't leave each other open. Because if Henderson is here, there's a gap here for opponents. They come through that gap, they go down there and score a goal. Fabinho can't catch anyone. Everybody knows Fabinho's pace is not there. So that's the issue we're gonna have. But make sure when we haven't got the ball, you cover this position, those gaps. I mean, and if he goes forward, make sure you're there. And we won't lose games like that way. They ain't going to create chances, if you know what I mean. And Jones have to do the same on the other side as well. Although he's passing the ball better now and all that, but his defensive side is still suspect. I want him to defend better. I can't have him always being here and here whenever he feels like. When we have to be, when the ball's here, get back and help the defense. That's what I want to see from him. Gakpo, what he's doing now, collecting ball from here, from deep, and then going forward with the ball, passing it to the likes of Salah and Jota, and they score goals. And now he's adding goals to his game, and he scores a lot of goals. So everybody had doubts about Gakpo, but now I think the doubters have become believers. They can see, from what I've heard, they prefer him more than Nunes now. He's physical. He's a big presence, Gakpo. If you look at him, he's a unit. You know what I mean? And I mentioned it a lot, comparing him with Firmino. What Firmino used to do, when he used to drop deep, is come deep, and the ball rebounds off him, and the other team gets the ball. They go attack. They either create a chance or score a goal. With Gakpo, when the ball comes to him, he's always holding on to it, facing the other way and passing the ball through, or running with the ball and creating more havoc on the opponents. That's what I like about Gakpo, man. He's improving each game he plays. Don't forget, this kid was a winger. He was a left winger before, and this is where he learned his trade. Now he's playing as a false nine, and to me, he's going to be more influential in the future than the current players in the team. In my opinion, I honestly think that. What I like about our actual forward line now, they're young, they're fresh, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future as well. And we've got options. You know what I mean? If Gakpo doesn't work out in a certain game as a striker, he could go there. Jota comes in. There you go. You know what I mean? Or Jota goes, or Jota goes out wide. Salah could come in, and then you got Nunes to come in, and then you got Diaz to come in. You know what I mean? So look at the options, man. Look at the options up front. This is without Firmino as well. This is without Firmino. Those are the strikers we got. That's a force. So on top of that, you're going to add some more midfielders to these ones. We've got everything, man. So this is my formation for the game. I'm expecting more or less the same team. We'll bring Diaz on gradually, and then make him a left winger that he's supposed to be. People understand Diaz is a goal scoring winger. When he was at Porto last season, before he arrived, he scored 14 goals already, and he's got a winning medal for Porto, winning the league as well. So he's already won a league last season, although Liverpool haven't. But yeah, expect a lot of goals from Diaz like Mane used to have. What I want Diaz to do in the future as well, people. Like the problem with Diaz when he's got the ball, that angers me majority of the time. He comes from here, it's always cutting in. Always cutting in. What he needs to do in the future, when the ball's here, go have a go at them. If you can't cross with your left foot, do it with your right foot. Get the ball in the box. Like doing this all the time, you get found out. You know what I mean? Like if I'm a defender, I will enjoy doing that. Like I will enjoy playing against players like Diaz because we know what he's gonna do already. He's always gonna cut in from the left-hand side and come in and try to shoot in the bottom corner. But if he does something, have a different option. You know what I mean? Go forward with the ball, cross the ball in to the box, let Gakpo come in. You know what I mean? And score a goal. Bam. That's the way we could do things as well. Different areas in the pitch have more influence in it, and then we could get more goals as well. Because if people expect you to just cut in, it gets boring, isn't it? At least with Salah, if he can't cut in, he goes on the outside, shoots with his right foot. Learn with your left foot as well. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's got a left foot. You know? He's been playing in the left wing for a long time. So I'm sure he's got a left foot as well. So yeah, this is my formation. Jota to come back in. Jota had a brace. So let him build his confidence and get some more goals. And don't change a bit. Don't change a bit in my opinion. We'll just continue what we got and keep the same team. Let's get the winning. Let's keep winning and then try to get the top 4 from there. That's me done, people. Let me read the comments before I go. I'm going to be back hopefully tomorrow around 10 o'clock doing the review. I'll try to get some more people on here so we could all chat about the game. Yes. Where was I? Yes, John, I already discussed that with you about the watch along. I'm working, so I will be doing watch alongs again. Don't worry about that, man. I miss it. I miss it pretty badly. You know, the room I used to do and all that stuff, the graphics. It's gonna come back, bro. It's gonna come back. Statman, big up, mate. Please go subscribe if you're new to the channel. Statman is the man. He's one of the best people on YouTube, and his channel is amazing. I was on it yesterday on the chat section, and we had a laugh, absolute laugh the whole day. Let me look at the messages. Redbird says this is what we want. Options, 100%, bro. If there's options on the pitch, those players that's doing, downgraded their performances will upgrade their performances, if you know what I mean. So to keep their position in the team. Yeah, I can see that. Philip is in. He said, I'm starting to believe that Gakpo can start to do a similar job to what Bobby does, but of course he's not the same type of forward as Bobby. He ain't the same type of forward, but what I like about him, like I said when I was mentioning him, he keeps possession, bro. The ball doesn't bounce off him. He can turn with the ball and then look for a pass. You know what I mean? He ain't creative sense like Firmino when he used to do the through balls, but with Gakpo, he's more of a runner, powerful runner with the ball. Like De Bruyne, when De Bruyne runs with the ball, He bulldozes through people like Steven Gerrard used to as well. It's like that. That's why I enjoy about Gakpo when he's got the ball. Yes, Philip, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. Redbird, great stream, Fozzy. John, if it wasn't for you, Philip, Redbird, Statman, all these guys that come on, Ravi, Rero, I don't know how to say that name. I'm sorry, Master. Just call him Master. If it wasn't for you guys, like, I won't be doing this on a regular. You know what I mean? Listen, I've said I'm back on a regular now, thanks to everyone like coming on. Let's build a channel together. I'm one of the oldest on YouTube. People don't even know that. I've been here since 2019. I'm older than most. You know what I mean? Like my mates, Husam, Statman, Jamie Phillips. I'm older than all of them on YouTube. So I took a year out. It affected me pretty badly. But if it wasn't for people asking me to come back and do what I used to do before, and even better, I wouldn't be here. So thanks for coming on, guys. I know there's other streams going on live as we speak, Liverpool ones. Please support every channel. I mean, we're family at the end of the day, like I always say. There's no egos. We shouldn't have any egos because we're Liverpool fans, isn't it? This is why the other clubs hate us, because our fan base protect each other no matter what, protect our team no matter what, and that's the way every football fan should be. You know what I mean? Hence why we always get mocked by other fans. They want to experience our feelings, but they can't because there's only one Liverpool. You know what I mean, guys? It's that's how it is. That's how it is, man. Redbird. Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's all to you guys, man. Thank you very much. People, tune in tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the evening. Hopefully I'll do a preview if I'm well enough, because I'm coming back from work, and hopefully we'll get a win on the board and get those points, climb up that table. Please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and share it around with family and friends. We're on the way to 1,000 now officially, so let's get there together. And once we get there, hopefully we could do more as well. So next season, I'm gonna get someone to do a prediction league. You know what I mean? Score prediction league. We do the preview and then the review. So we're gonna do a league next season for all of us. If you're still on the channel, I will include you in there as well. So please don't go anywhere. And let's make the channel bigger together, man. Let's make the channel bigger together. I'll be on other channels as well. So please go and subscribe to Rod's, Uncle Rod's. Go and subscribe to Jamie Phillips. Go and subscribe to Statman Stubbs. Go and subscribe to all the other channels that's on YouTube. That's Liverpool, because all of our actual support counts no matter what as well. Redbird says, Fozzy, us oldies have some great memories of great red players. Yeah, bro. I grew up like my first player. I said it on Twitter the other day. If you haven't subscribed to me on Twitter, I've got a few accounts. I've got Fozz's World. That's going to be my traveling one. So please go to that one. And I've got a channel with Fozz's World as well. I'm gonna upload videos where I travel in the world. And I've got Fozzy79, which is my official one. Liverpool follow me on that one as well, people. So I've got Liverpool follow me. So every message I put up, Liverpool actually see it. So go and subscribe to that one. And that's the one I'm active majority of the time in. LFC Red Forever Twitter profile. My wife is the one that's in control of that, so go to that one. I've got an actual Facebook, LFC Red Forever, and I've got Twitch as well. I'm going to start playing games on Twitch. I play FIFA a lot, so I'm going to, we're the gamers, isn't it? We started the games, not other people. We're the original gamers. You know what I mean? My generation is the ones that started the games. So I'm going to start playing FIFA again online and beating people, hopefully. Yeah, so go on Twitch as well. Instagram, LFC Red Forever, John Conway, and there's a lot of people that follow me on there. So go and follow me on that one as well. But on Twitter, the one I'm active with the most is Fozzy79. And I get a lot of actual replies on that one as well. So please go and subscribe to that one. Yes, 2126 production legend, man. Laser. We're gonna bring Laser back, people. So get ready, man. Laser, the best host on YouTube, will be back. We're gonna be doing the things we used to do in the past and enjoy all together again. Big up Laser, brother. Happy Eid, he says. There you go, John. See, I told you we're bringing back the legends, man. Happy Eid to all Muslims. Sorry, happy Eid to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. 100% Redbird, man. There you go, people. I told you Laser is going to show up one day, and he's showing up already. Next, it's going to be on the screen. He's going to be on here again with us. Like I said, I'm one of the oldest on YouTube, so is Laser. We'll be back bringing you that content, man. And everybody's going to, follow us like we used to have in the past as well. Yeah, we're not too far from 1,000 people, so please make sure other people come on our channel and subscribe. I appreciate the help. And I will never forget. Trust me, I will never forget that. If you know me, I always shout everyone out, and I always, if people need my help with anything, graphics or anything in general, I'm always there, leading the line and helping people out. Okay, it's time to go, people. Celebrate Eid, isn't it? Thank you for coming on, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.